What is up, guys? It's your boy Bahat Magani back with some more Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, and today we're going to be enacting the first class trial. I don't know how long it is, so I don't know how long this video is going to be. I just have no clue. So let's see.
Yo! You're late, Makoto. We've all been waiting for you.
I bet you were afraid you would be discovered and the murderer you are.
Listen to me! Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that for the class trial. There we can all reveal the detail of Makoto's crime.
So they really are convinced I did it, but I didn't do it. Me and Sayaka both know that all too well. Oh my god, I'm gonna need to take a lot of sips of water during this class trial probably, so let me go ahead and get one right now. Okay, but then who is the killer? Leon, you dumbass! It literally says Leon. Flip that motherfucker. Turn that motherfucker 180 degrees. You'll see it writes Leon. Come on, man. The one who murdered Sayaka. Is it really one of us?
Is everyone here? Okay then. Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your fates will be decided. I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
Oh my god, that's creepy. I'll be waiting. Hold on, let me just talk to everybody real quick. What you got?
Got it! Relax. I haven't decided 100% that you're the culprit just yet.
Maybe, but you're obviously leaning that way. Leon, I want to speak to you specifically.
You know what I mean.
Well, I did my job. I'm counting on the rest of you from here on out.
So, your school basement has become the darkened stage. We're all here to bear witness to Mr. Naegi's final curtain call.
Well then, the time has finally come. Are you ready? I don't want to know what you got to say, Toko, but I got to. What you got? Being so insistent, even though you've obviously killed her. Very impressive. I didn't do it, you fucking asshole. If you looked for like 5 seconds, you'd see Leon. Well, did you find anything that might actually prove your innocence? Yes. What you got, Hina, please? I can't help but wonder what whoever killed Sayaka is feeling right now. They're feeling fear. Fear.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. In the end, I wasn't able to do anything looking around or anything. Is this really how Sayaka will want us to find out who killed her? I'm gonna talk to Kyoko last, because she knows what's up.
Hey.
There's no point in standing around here. Settle your resolve and step into the future.
Hey.
Impossible.
Damn. You really gotta go through with this class trial thing, huh?
You know?
If you want to confess, I guess now's the time to do it. I'm telling you, I didn't do it. What you got, Mondo?
What?
So whoever
What?
stuck us up here, stuck us here, even took the time to set up a goddamn courtroom, huh? Let's get started. Alright. I guess I have no choice but to get on this elevator.
Well then.
Let us begin.
Yes, indeed.
Good idea.
Hey,
Are you scared? No, scared isn't quite
Makoto.
right. I said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mysteries surrounding this case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. I need to cover the truth of Sayaka's death. I didn't need someone else telling me to do that. It's Sayaka's murder. I swear I'll find out who the real killer is. It's fucking Leon! Stop! It's Leon! That's all I need! As I raised my voice to try and give myself courage, I turned, trembling with anticipation, towards the elevator. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone else was already on the elevator. When I finally stepped on, the doors closed and the elevator started to move. Okay. The steel box descended with heavy, clunky sounds toward the school's basement. I wonder this is how his death row inmate feels when his time's finally come. Rather than that, is it not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment? Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school.
Yo! You finally arrived! What do you think? Doesn't it make you feel like it? Doesn't it feel just like a real courtroom? It's like a Hollywood movie set, right?
Shit.
Not even close. It's total shit.
Well now.
Okay. Everyone find your assigned seats and sit down.
Yahoo!
Hurry up now, hurry up.
We did what he said and found our seats. Oh god. Am I gonna have to voice over this whole trial? The seats were arranged in a giant circle. It was set up so that everyone could see everyone else, which also meant it'd be easy for anyone to transfer their tension and unease onto anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. And so the curtain on our first case opened. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith. A deadly class trial. God damn! Get it, Makoto. Get it. You should have said that shit out loud. Yeah, sure. Do that. I don't know how long this trial's gonna be. I really don't know. Set skills. What? Robot Jock. Increases your truth bullet rate of fire. Effective during the non-stop debate and the bullet time final battle strike. Cost 3 SP. I don't have any SPs. Or... Oh, okay, I see. The loader displays increases damage to the opponent when its statement is destroyed. Effective during the bullet time battle. I'll do that. Damn, that's all I got. Okay, still has my skill set. Good. Oh, this is just to look at all the bullets and stuff. I think I'm good. I think I'm good with that. I think I'm good. I got a pretty good memory right now. Finish the preparation. All rise.
Let's
Okay.
begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one,
We all
then
die.
I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course!
Okay, it seems as if it's gonna narrate it.
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel
That's
awful
creepy.
if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier. Friendship penetrates?
Stop! Stop it, Hifumi!
Okay, but what about that other empty seat? There were only
Oh.
15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started. First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
It's about to begin. The debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. The first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Damn right. As things progress during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak one after another without pause. It is up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried within their statements. What this means is that you have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Okay. Any relevant truth bullet you found during your investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the left stick to aim, then fire with the triangle button. Pay close attention to each character's statements and use your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the options button during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay. Make your argument. What do I got? Evidence of a struggle. Okay. Alright, we got evidence of a
I
struggle.
assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono!
Yeah, we know that part already.
Yeah.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to
No, that's wrong!
Get out of here with that shit. Bitch. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you shit.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked.
Did she even investigate? It seemed like she stayed in the gym. Hold on a minute. Makoto, hold on. She was still in the gym. She didn't investigate, did she?
With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
Damn right.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom? She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Honestly, it really doesn't.
Sorry.
Hey, get the fuck out of here. I'm sorry, Chihiro. I don't mean that.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. Come on, it's the knife! The knife hit and killed her! It's the kitchen knife! It's the kitchen knife! Come on now.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon!
So the killer used some random knife.
Not just a random knife. Not just a random knife, fam. Nah, not just random.
No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
Oh yeah, never mind. No. I was about to say, bro, why weren't you investigating? I was like, he was on guard duty.
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
I might switch your voice back to that.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
Leon, don't even try and blame me, bro. I will pull out the Leon evidence right
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we've presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Thank you, Kyoko. Hey, thank you, Kyoko.
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
She's right. There's got to be a breakthrough somewhere, just waiting for us to find it. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? You can concentrate by holding down the R1 button. While you're concentrating, time will slow down so you can pay closer attention to what everyone's saying. On top of that, it'll steady your aim, making it easier to target potential weak spots. Concentrating like this consumes the focus gauge, and if this gauge empties, you can't concentrate. But the focus gauge will recover over time, so let your brain take a rest. No need to rush. Well then, good luck and have fun. Alright. Just if I need to slow down time, okay. Alright. I don't remember how to pronounce her name. AOS.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret.
Get the fuck out of here! I saw that shit. I saw that shit. Don't you fucking bitch.
Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Is there gonna be more of these yellow spots where it's not like any contradiction? And are they gonna add more bullets to it? Please, like, I put this shit on really difficult. Please.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Get the fuck out of here, no-nos.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Yeah. Well, I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back to the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together, and lying to protect each other?
Oh my god, get the fuck out of here. You didn't do no investigating, bitch. You ain't fucking using
Idiot swimmer girl?
Oh yeah, she called her an idiot. Wow, you out here calling people names. You called her an idiot, and then you called Junko a slut. Like, goddamn.
Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer.
What's your answer?
Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
Oh.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together, and they just didn't know about the rule?
Good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case!
Ooh.
Oops! Did I say that out loud?
Oh. Oh. Makoto, you slipping.
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife.
Monokuma.
So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife?
Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that? I can.
Yeah, someone test Sakura. Somebody test Sakura.
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Ooh.
Right.
Leon! Oh, you really fucking up. But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis.
Boom!
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
Oh my god, how many times are we gonna go over this shit?
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room.
Thank you, Chihiro.
So,
explain
I
to
don't
this
think
dumbass.
that's a problem.
Explain to this dumbass what she got wrong. Everything she got is wrong.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome!
No. Sakura's a girl.
But I'm a girl.
Oh no, I got a perfect meme. I hope I remember to put this meme in.
Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true. one other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Really though, why didn't you say that?
Well,
Why?
because they're not here anymore.
What?
Sayaka.
Oh.
She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
What? Did she grab the knife? Hifumi, get your big ass finger out my face. The person who took the knife.
I got it!
Had to be Sayaka.
Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself!
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
What?
See? He did do it after all!
Oh my god. Byakuya, why you gotta do this shit?
No! You're wrong!
You're smart, okay? Byakuya, I know you're smart.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction?
Bro, I will whoop your fat ass. I don't give a fuck.
You possess a most terrifying talent.
I'll pull that damn Naruto fucking, no, the last airbender. Never mind. I'll keep my mouth shut. Damn. If I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna die.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say?
Thank you, Kyoko. Thank you. God damn. Thank you. Jesus. Everyone would just be forgetting that she exists. And then she come through and be like, yo, y'all need to shut the fuck up for about a few seconds. Think about this shit.
Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Mondo, we know you're a little slow, so we'll dumb it down for you.
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
First Hangman's Gambit is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Yes. As things advance further in the class trial, the Hangman's Gambit will eventually take place. The point of this is to reveal an important phrase relating to the incident in question. You'll have to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around and the letters already known. Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters in the right order. Use the left stick to aim and then press the triangle to shoot the desired letters. If you shoot down the wrong letter, you'll suffer damage to your influence gauge. If this gauge reaches 0, or if you run out of time, you'll fail. Well then, good luck and have fun. Something that should have been at the scene but wasn't. That must be the crucial point. We can't just figure out what that something is. We can. Hangman's Gambit. Hair, bitch! Hair!
Now I understand!
Okay, yeah. I was like, is it the hair?
That's right! There wasn't a single hair on the floor!
I was like, wait, hold on. Are you talking about the hair or the murder? I was like, what the hell?
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
What?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Her body was there, so what would be the reason?
Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Boom!
Then Makoto isn't the culprit?
But are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
Let's go, Kyoko!
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Open door?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind.
Yeah.
Do you remember, Makoto?
Yeah, the knob was broke. The knob was broke. Broken knob. The bathroom door knob. Hold up. Look at the bathroom door, broken, the screws holding it.
I got it! Boom! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob. Stop smoking the ganja and think.
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
Leon, just stop. Just go ahead and admit right now, because I know it's fucking you, you fuck. You goddamn piece of turd.
You still don't see? Okay then.
Piece of turd.
Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Kyoko said it was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice at first, but is that the key point here? There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Yes. From here on out, the number of weak spots will start going up. Oh, and yep, they're going up now. But no matter how many weak spots, there's essentially only one lie or contradiction in that debate. What I'm trying to say is, not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. Use a truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what they said, but you'll also lower your trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. Now this is important because if your influence gauge is 0, you'll fail. You'll have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spot is actually a lie or contradiction. Well then, good luck and have fun. Alright. What is it? Make your argument. Bathroom door frame.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
That's right. That is right.
She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her.
Uh-huh.
And they got into the bathroom.
Yes.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door.
I mean,
because Sayaka had locked it.
No, that's wrong.
They don't lock, bitch. They don't lock. They do not lock. Girls' room's locked. Not them.
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked.
Get the fuck out of here, Leon ass. Leon, bitch. Leon, motherfucker, looking like a goddamn, I don't know, I ain't got nothing. Looking like a goddamn volcano, I don't know.
After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Bitch.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Yeah, Leon, hold on. Let me educate you on my door real quick, so maybe if you do it next time, you'll know.
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door, that's not lucky at all.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck.
Yes.
But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Yeah, Leon.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake. thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
One important detail. Something the killer didn't know. For some reason, they were convinced the door was locked, which means the important detail the killer didn't know is the crime took place in my room. Wait, hold on.
I got it!
Okay, I want to make sure I was
Killer
getting it right.
must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable!
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through!
Yes.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
Yes.
Ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility.
Okay.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Yes.
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
Yeah, Toku, you fucking bitch. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up! Quit without saving!
You can't do that. This is real life, you dumbass.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules!
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Show them the freaking Leon.
Does no one have
thing.
any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
When can we eat?
Oh, you.
Wow.
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
I guess Sayaka let him in. I don't know, or she forgot to lock the door.
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then maybe someone picked the lock?
Can't pick the
Negative!
locks.
If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place.
Sounds like someone needs to stay inside and just jack it to 2D. Cause that's what you do, and you're just totally normal about talking about that shit.
Oh, why exactly can't that be it?
I already have the answer. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. No, it can't be that. Hold on. On the night of the murder, Makoto and Sayaka traded rooms. The victim was discovered. Makoto's room key was found in Makoto's room. Sayaka had originally asked Makoto to switch with her when someone was to the first way.
I got it! Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
Same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of you switching?
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Ooh.
Huh? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
Yeah, Kyoko, you motherfucker.
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
There's something I want to talk to you about, just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil, and these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Huh?
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
Damn, did you see Mondo's face?
No, I didn't. But
of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Ooh. Then that note, Sayaka wrote it?
But why? Why would she write that?
What the fuck?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
I mean, that's a fair point.
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
I don't think anyone would want to be with you anyways, fat fuck.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note?
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. I retract my statement. I take it back. I'm sorry, Fumi. Hey, I can't be fat shaming. I'm kind of fat though. I can't be fat shaming. I got a little bit there. I can't be shaming. I can't be doing that. Okay.
And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say? Very well then.
No.
Pay attention.
Oh. What do we got? Dorm nameplates. It's gonna be something about them not being switched, probably.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Yes.
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
Yes.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in.
Uh-huh.
So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
It certainly would seem that way.
What? Reason the killer went to my room and not Sayaka's despite what the note said. It must be because it's...
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Oh, that is correct.
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to,
Maybe
it
it's the my
specifically
room?
says, my room.
No? What the hell? Your meaningless words tire me. Please stop wasting my time. I will fucking rip that goddamn twist in your hair out. What? Which
Sayaka
one?
and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
How can I speed it up?
But in the note, the place they
Can
were
I not
asked
speed
to
this up,
come
really?
to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if
Maybe it's the next
someone read
one.
that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room.
Okay.
No, it's wrong. The nameplates on my and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
Yeah, fuck you too, Celeste.
They got switched?
Yeah, you bitch. They did. Get out of here.
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right?
Of course it wasn't.
Okay, then who did it?
So only one person can switch plate. The killer wouldn't have done it.
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms.
Yeah, that's the only thing that makes sense. There's only 2 people that knew about switching the rooms, so...
So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
Something I want to talk to you about. Just the 2 of us. In 5 minutes, come see me around room. Check the nameplates. Make sure you don't get the rooms wrong. Oh, ooh. Ooh.
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been
Mondo,
switched.
chill the hell out.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
Oh my god, we already knew that.
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yo, Leon, you looking over there real nervous. You nervous you gonna get caught? Cause you is.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
The gold on it, you dumbass. Where's the wrist? Where's Sayaka's wrist?
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Hey, I see that shit.
Is that gold?
Damn right. She golden.
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you.
Leon, show your hands.
And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword! Right there on her wrist!
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
All right, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
I'm getting there. And what happened in my room and what led to Sayaka's death, that's what we need to make clear. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Sure. Are you getting used to the non-stop debates? Starting with the next debate, I'll start loading multiple truth bullets into a truth cylinder. Oh, fuck. But just like with the weak spots, only one of those bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you'll have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak spots to refute each statement. If you come up with the wrong combination, you'll take damage to your influence gauge. You can press the L1 button to rotate the cylinder and choose which bullet to fire. Press and release the L1 to cycle through each bullet, where you can hold down L1 then use the left stick to select a specific bullet. By the way, if logic difficulty is set to kind, fewer bullets will be loaded in the cylinder. For our purposes this time, the logic difficulty was set to mean. Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay. God damn! Probably replica sword. Probably.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack!
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
It's probably something that hero said. Because there was a scratch? there was a scratch on the sheath. I remember that. So, I don't think she was attacked first. The sword was used first, then the knife came afterwards. Does that relieve the order of events that leads to some unexplainable detail? Okay.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt.
No.
A sword-based sneak attack.
No, that's wrong.
I thought that's what it was.
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Because the scratch on the sheath.
Why not?
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched.
Yeah, there we go.
See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
Alright, Mondo, we'll dumb it down for you.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Yes.
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it! So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere, then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself, but then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
No. The culprit had the sword first.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
The palms. The palms. Palms.
You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Didn't we just explain it? The gold comes off easily.
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
I don't like you, Toko. I don't like you. I don't like you at all.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
You stupid ass bitch. I don't like you. You are ugly.
No, that's not it at all.
No, Makoto, go ahead. Tell her. Tell her. Say it. There's no way Sayaka washed your gold coating off her hands because... Oh yeah, the shower, the water was off.
According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower here yet.
I bet Hifumi with that big ass nose can tell.
Oh my.
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
An insult, obviously.
I mean, yeah, true though.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
Hold up. I'm gonna need to split this clip because it's gonna end in 10 minutes. So let me do that real quick. Okay. One who damaged the sheath would have been the one without the sword.
I got it! Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
Ooh. What?
She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
Ooh, she tried to play you like a fool.
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior.
I don't think
I'm
he is
sure
either.
Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
Oh shit. Oh damn.
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true!
Shut the fuck up, Makoto.
Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committed to finding out who killed her, but what can I do? I mean, as far as the clues go, there's nothing left. No, there is. There is, bitch. Alright, what do we got now? Trash duty, A's account, dying message. Probably dying message. I bet it's dying message.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
Bitch!
No, that's wrong!
Don't do that!
There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Leon.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
Dining?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037.
Flip
written
that
in
bitch.
her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Flip it 180 degrees.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
There's no question Sayaka wrote it. It can be proved. Left index!
I got it! Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
Yeah, since her right wrist was broken, she had to use the left.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, What the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
It means Leon. Flip it, goddamn, look. You can literally see that there's part of it being connected.
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Yes, sir. Yeah, haha. Do you know what numbers?
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Let's go.
Huh? What?
Let's get this shit done.
No, it's just look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1 1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1 1, but looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa! You might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
But even if that really is an N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
Come on. Damn it. It's no use. I just don't know. Motherfucker, just flip the damn thing 180 degrees. That's all you gotta do.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Thank you. Get it through all they thick skulls. God damn. Huh? Rotate it? I think maybe I see
Oh
something.
my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right on to who did it.
So, whose name did she write?
Sayaka's dying message reveals the killer's name. Bitch!
Here's
Fuck
my
you
answer.
too. Yeah.
The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees.
Motherfucker.
If you turn the message around,
Says Leon.
it becomes the letters L-E-O-N.
What's that spell? Leon.
L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence.
Man, shut the fuck up.
It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
The shirt. The shirt. The shirt. The shirt. The shirt.
I got it!
The shirt.
You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
Get your ass out my motherfucking game now, Leon.
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
Yeah, you can't say shit because you don't got no defense anymore.
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so.
Part remained of the button-up shirt, which the killer was unable to get rid of. There's something about it we need to pay attention to in order to figure out who's responsible. How?
I got it!
Yep.
If you look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You'd need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
No, that's wrong. There was another way to use the incinerator waiting on a cleaning duty. And Zyke was previously as a real killer. What's it got? I think it's something about the crystal ball, probably. Probably.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only
That's
one
right.
who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator.
No,
that's wrong.
No.
Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
Uh-huh. Leon. I know how your throwing skill is. You don't like baseball, but you're the ultimate baseball player, bitch.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
But how would you use it?
Divine within.
I got it! The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Yep.
Someone threw a gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
Huh? Someone turned the incinerator on. Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy?
Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate.
Uh-huh, and ain't nobody in here able to throw except for Leon.
Once they got in the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room.
Uh-huh.
The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
Now we ain't holding on no longer.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Hey, shut the fuck up, baseball player.
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
Wouldn't be much of a challenge for the killer because he is Jeff Rancourt. That's the only baseball player I know names.
Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Yeah, bitch.
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer.
Get the fuck out of here now. We know you.
These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong. I'm telling you.
You still won't admit it? Okay then. Makoto, go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear. And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean end this?
We are gonna end this.
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered, and the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened.
The closing argument is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Yes. Every case has one last element to bring the class trial to an end. This is the closing argument. In this phase, you will give a complete summary of the case. You'll have to reproduce the flow of events from the case in the form of a comic book. However, you'll notice that in the comic there are a number of pieces missing. It's up to you to complete the comic using the provided truth panels. Also, if you take aim at a missing section and press the X button, holy cow, you'll get a hint that might lead to a breakthrough. Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay. Let's get it. Okay. My room is the scene of the crime. The incident began when the killer entered. First, when Sayaka attacked the killer with a knife, they noticed something in my room. So that's probably, they used that object to deflect Sayaka's attack, which is why the evidence was damaged. So, is there one that, yep. Okay, then she gets hit with the, that. Is there one of her dropping the knife? I think that's her dropping the knife. Is that it? Is that it? I think that's it. Yeah. So that's her. Is that the? That's that. Yeah, that's the death method. Make sure. Okay, so this is him. Yep. So I think he turns it on first. Yep, he does that, and it turns on, then he balls up the shirt, throws it in, and then the last piece that's left.
Here's exactly what happened. I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning.
Yeah,
Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier. But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for.
Defense.
They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist.
No? Oh. Hold on. What? When the killer comes Sayaka attack, what do they do next? Is it that?
The killer is you!
Bitch. Okay.
During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist.
Okay.
And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife.
I thought it was showing her dropping the knife even further.
Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing. So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife, and stabbed Sayaka. But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there. Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there, but the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hiro's crystal ball, which he'd left in the laundry room. The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw. But the killer had the confidence to take a shot. And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life. Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed.
A little bit of a piece came out.
Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence.
Yeah. Got your ass beat.
Isn't that right, Leon?
Yeah, come on. Say something.
It would appear that Hiro simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object! I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories! You need evidence! Where's the evidence? Without evidence, it's all bullshit! It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it!
What? Okay, so everything we've been saying hasn't been evidence?
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence.
I have the evidence. First, bullet time battle is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Okay. Sometimes during a class trial, your opponent simply won't want to hear what you have to say. When this happens, you will engage them in a head-to-head battle. We like to refer to this as a bullet time battle, aka the BTM BTW. Learn to BTB, you want to destroy your opponent's statement in time with the rhythm. Mash your button presses with each tempo marker as they move across the screen and reach the center. Okay, so hit it on the circles, on the dots, okay. Press the X button to lock onto an opponent's statement. Destroy the statement you locked onto with the triangle button as the tempo marker reaches center. Use this method to deal damage to your opponent. If you can't pull it off, you'll be the one in pain. Do this consecutively and you'll start a combo. Keep this going and you'll initiate a tempo up. On the flip side, if you keep missing, you'll get a tempo down situation. When the tempo changes, so does the timing for hitting each button. So watch out for that. Deal enough damage to your opponent and the weak spot statement will appear. At that point, you can press the triangle button to shoot it down with a truth bullet like any other statement. Read their statement fast enough and you come out victorious. But just like before, if your influence gauge reaches 0, you run out of time, you fail. Well then, good luck and have fun. Alright.
When the killer broke the bathroom doorknob, they didn't use anything from your room to do it. So what did the killer use?
What did the killer use to take my—
I refuse to acknowledge you! You're stupid! Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Get the fuck out of here.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
The moment of truth. Alright.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lie. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. You lie. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lie. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. Where's your proof?
Get your ass out here.
Prove it.
Fucker. Come on then, tool.
The screws on the bathroom doorknob were removed.
Let's fucking go, bitch.
I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove them.
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
And that must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
Keep denying it.
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then
yours will be open.
the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid! Huh?
And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid. Stupid.
Yeah, we got your ass. We got your ass. We got your ass, Leon. Shut your ass up. Get ready to die. Oh my god, what the fuck?
So, you have no rebuttal?
Is there any rebuttals? Come on, come on,
Then it would seem we are finished here.
come on. Oh my god, that's fucking creepy. What the fuck? I got an A, bitch. Ooh. Wait, hold on. I got 98 points. Damn, okay. Alright. Oh, look at that. What's a mistrial? I gotta
Looks
check
like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes? You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh, just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right? Okay, then let's get excited! Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
It's gonna be Leon. Everybody knows it now. I swear, if there's one vote, if there's one vote for me, I know exactly who did it. Toko's ugly ass. Yes. Fuck yourself, Leon. Fuck yourself. Fuck you, chicken strips. Uh-oh. Looks like you got it right on the money. Sorry about that. Private conversation had to happen. Okay, so I already read that. Okay, hold up. Let me get my voice ready. The Blackened in this case, the one that killed Sayaka, was none other than Leon Kawada. I know it.
Huh? Hey, hold on.
Hold on a second. Leon, did you really kill Sayaka?
But...
I don't believe it.
You son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch. What the hell is wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
He already said it for me. Okay. It was kill or be killed.
So that's why.
So that's why I killed her first.
None of you are any different.
One wrong step, and you'd be the one standing here. It was complete chance that I wound up like this.
I was just unlucky. That's all. Hey, come on!
You expect me to just accept my death? Everything's becoming clearer. The decision we made was right after all. But when I think about that, honestly, I'd be better off if we'd been wrong. Because if what we came up with is really the truth, and that truth is that Sayako's trying to frame me. But even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind, it's all because of that video. Even I couldn't handle what I saw in there. If I was her and the video actually had something to do with me, I can't even imagine. Now we're trapped here with no way out. They're probably waiting for me.
Why? Why?
I can't afford to be stuck in here. I can't get angry with her voice. I can't yell with her voice. It just doesn't work. The one thing that was more important to her than anything else, her dreams, her friends. To have to see something like that happen to them, and Sayaka. I did whatever it took to reach that dream. I mean it. Even some things that weren't so pleasant. And that's why Sayaka, for the friends that meant so much to her, that's why she betrayed me. So when she said,
No matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
she was lying to me from the very beginning. She was using me. That doesn't make sense why her face was able to change just like that. Is that why she talked to me in the first place? I guess I'll never know. Because there's nothing I can do to ask her what she was thinking. Once you're dead, that's it. Boy howdy, the entertainment industry must sure be terrifying, huh? I mean, to try and kill someone just because of those relationships.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
She seems so nice and lovely on the outside, but inside, she's descended into pure madness. What did you say?
Phew!
I understand, really I do. Yup. You're in utter despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, right? Compassion, intimacy, love. The strongest those feelings, the stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse. Stop screwing with us. This is all your fault. Sayaka being forced to do something like that. All of it. Everything. It's all your fault. Suddenly, in a frenzy, I lunged at Monokuma, but...
That's enough.
That's enough. Okay, she said it. As angry as I was, Kyoko latched onto my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron, strong enough I was sure it would leave a bruise.
Calm down.
If you really want to make her enemies pay for what they've done, you need to let it go for now. Damn it!
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Ah, that was a close one. I thought for sure you were gonna give me a good walloping. Just barely avoided the punishment you did.
Yes, indeed.
Now then, since you so magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the class trial, the blackened Leon Guada will receive his punishment.
Punishment? You mean execution? Wait a second!
I didn't have a choice. I had to kill her.
Yeah, that's it.
I was just protecting myself in the heat of the moment. It was self-defense.
Is that okay?
How exactly was it self-defense?
Hmm.
When you forced your way into the bathroom, did you or did you not use your very own toolkit? After she shut herself in the bathroom, you went out of your way to head back to your own room. Then you came all the way back, broke into the bathroom, and killed her. Am I wrong?
Do you understand?
You had any number of chances to stop what you were doing, but you chose not to. Is it not because you had an unclouded intent to commit murder?
So, that's why...
No, that's not... Stop it. I've had enough of this.
Oh.
Oh, are you sure? You were closer to her than anyone, were you not? He killed your precious Sayaka. Do you understand? I can't say Leon is solely to blame. Of course, I don't plan on blaming Sayaka either, because the one to blame is him.
Huh?
So what? If it weren't for you, this never would have happened to Sayaka or Leon. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be fighting against the ones who put us in this situation. The mastermind.
Unbelievable.
Uh-oh! Did you awaken to the sense of justice?
Hey,
Well, it just so happens that there's nothing more unethical than an unwavering sense of justice. After all, it's people with that sort of mentality that perpetuate war all over the world. Is that the kind of justice that awakened within you? Just shut up. Okay, well, anyways, more importantly...
Thrills, chills, kills!
Let's hurry up and get to what everyone's been waiting for. The punishment!
I'm begging you! Please, don't do this!
Hey, come
No
on
more
now!
begging, no more excuses. You must pay the penalty for breaking the rules. Society demands it.
Stop, please!
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment!
For Leon Kawada, the ultimate baseball star.
No, 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 no!
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
No!
Ew. That face. The 1,000 blow. God damn. Jesus Christ. What we saw, that was the true face of despair. I mean, if we can't call it that, what else could we call it?
Extreme!
Woohoo! Extreme! Man, my adrenaline is pumping right out of control! What? What? What's going on?
I can't take it.
I can't take this anymore. Do we really have to keep doing this? I just can't take it.
Well?
Well, hey, if you don't like it, all you gotta do is swear to cut all ties with the outside world and accept living here forever. But that's only if every single one of you can get on board with that. Damn it, I ran out of water.
Damn you!
Man, fuck you. Why the fuck are you doing this evil shit to us?
What the heck?
Evil? You make it sound like I'm sort of dark, awful secret society type of guy.
Say what?
Or in this case, a dark, awful secret society type of bear.
Well...
So why are you putting an upstanding young sister like me through such a grueling ordeal?
Hey,
It seems like you're trying to use a common sense to make sense of something that doesn't make sense. That's like trying to put a mile on the scale. I just don't think it's possible.
Hey, I don't think what you're saying or what I'm saying is quite fit together.
Shit. You piece of shit, I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna pound your ass to the ground. You must really hate me to get so angry, huh? But if you do that, you're barking way up the wrong tree. What happened because more than one of you decided you wanted to get out, right? No matter how much time passes, you can't cut free of your regrets from the outside world. You're to blame. Of course we can't cut free of the outside world. Being trapped in this same place... You're trapped, are you? Well, I'm sure once you learn all the mysteries of this school, your thinking will change for sure. You're thinking, boy, isn't it over wonderful how we all get to live here forever?
What does this mean?
What are you trying to say?
Hey.
I feel like there's some deeper meaning hidden in there, just like before.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Anyway, let's get to the blackened punishment. That's what everyone's waiting for after all.
Hey.
When you say everyone, who exactly are you referring to? Sorry, I said everything I've got to say. I need to save some of the fun for later. I'm not gonna do it. Just like that, he was gone. He left us there, overwhelmed by a nightmare turned into reality. Even after he was gone, we stood there forever, unable to move. Actually, no, it wasn't that long, I think. Everyone just lost their sense of time. We were all too scared. Scared of being alone. No one even tried to speak. Their faces were stone, their voices dead. But it was in that moment.
Just a second.
Makoto, can I talk to you for a second? She moved in close and whispered in my ear.
Makoto.
Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about. It's about Sayaka, isn't it? I'm surprised you figured it out.
Listen.
I told you before the class trial started, you had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself. You wanted me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? The thought never even crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool becoming such an easy target like that.
It's true.
Sayaka meant to double-cross you. That's a fact that you can never change. But even till the end, she wasn't sure of her decision. That's why, as she lay dying, she was thinking of you. She was thinking of me? You can't just say something like that. I mean, there's no way you can know that. Only Sayaka would have known for sure, and we can't ask her now.
However...
Even if you can't ask her, you can infer it, don't you think? Her final thought was how she could protect you. What?
So...
Actually, what? What the hell are you talking about? The fact that she used her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message proves it. If she didn't care what happened to you, she never would have left that message. Well, maybe she just wanted to get back at the person who had killed her. Yeah, like, come on now.
Certainly.
That's certainly one possibility, but I don't think that's what it was.
Anyway...
She was uncertain. She wasn't sure she could kill somebody or deceive you, which is why her plan failed. Her hesitation attracted failure.
Right.
It's almost ironic when you think about it. Why are you telling me all this? Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because you can move past the deaths of your friends Sayaka and Leon and keep moving forward.
Correct.
Without someone like that, the others would never be able to break free of such a desperate situation. Move past their deaths? I could never do that. No. I'm gonna carry them with me the rest of my life. How could I possibly move past something like that? Leon, Sayaka, I'll carry them with me forever. I'll carry their memories with me wherever I go. So instead of forgetting them, you're choosing the hard road. Well, I have high expectations for you. As she said that, she revealed the smallest smile.
Hey.
By the way, I have to admit, I'm curious. How did you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka? Oh, well, I'm psychic. Oh, god damn it, not with this joke again.
What?
Huh? Kidding. I just have pretty good intuition. I hate this joke! Keeps happening! Chapter 1. She survived. The end. We just finished chapter 1. Look at that. 12 students left. Lordy Jesus. To be continued. You see the despair back present. Hell yeah, save it. And 1 is the loneliest number. That I believe that's achievement to complete chapter 1. Yep, we're in chapter 2 now. I am going to save it. I'm gonna save it here. And I will pick it up into the it auto-saved. But I'm gonna pick it up here next episode, so I'll see you guys then, and peace.